While some games can be based on movies, others inspire movies. Some games become their own series of books and/or comics, or vice versa. Some games come from TV shows we see every week. Others are just complete original ideas in the sea of minor copyright infringements. While a game's idea and plot is completely unoriginal, it doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad game, or I would just be jumping on the fanboy wagon without knowing it. Dexter, the game for iPod Touch or iPhone, is one such game, in that it's a good game. If you're wondering why I'm reviewing an iPhone application, all I can say is try and find some good literature-originated games out in country Australia. You have 2 seconds. Thought so. I am a fan of the Dexter books, the TV series, and the game, as well as the main actor whose chilling voice is like having someone massage your temples, putting you at complete ease while whispering in your ear about how he disavow you. Dexter the game closely follows the plot of the TV show's first season, which closely follows the book Darkly Dreaming Dexter. By closely for all the above, I mean pretty much copies. However, there are some grey areas which you can personalise the experience. You are given dialogue options so you can turn Dexter into a goody-goody to the point where his dark passenger goes psycho and makes him kill everyone in a 40-mile radius. Well, you just get game over, but I'd like to imagine that's what'll happen. Or you can truly reveal Dexter's dark side and make him a complete arse to those around him. The ability to shift the ambiguity of the character is one of the appeals I found for the game. There are also fun little mini-games you don't need a doctorate from the University of Sociopathy to master. Things such as lockpicking and code-breaking simply require half a brain and a stable hand. There is one conversation you have with Sergeant Dokes. For those of you unfamiliar with the series, Dokes is a complete bastard and no one likes him. When Dexter confronts Dokes on one occasion, you have to keep Dexter together so he doesn't snap. You do this by balancing the device to keep a dot inside a square, which becomes smaller the worse you are with hand-eye coordination. So it's like patting a dyslexic on the back with a cat o' nine tails after they've failed a reading comprehension test. The music and atmosphere is actually pretty darn good for a little handheld device. The music is the same as is used in the TV series, and Michael C. Hall's voice tenderly strokes your inner ear as he ponders his next move or senses his dark passenger creeping up on him because you keep being uber nice. The most important part of the game would be the killing. Well, not just the killing. This is Dexter after all. You get to stalk your prey, set up the kill room, and choose your weapon. The weapon doesn't make a big difference, the guy still dies. But it changes the type of cuts you trace on the screen to make the slashes and hear the screams of your victims. Just for reference, I recommend the bone saw simply because the sound effects are, well, blood-curdling. For those of you who might be a vegetarian or conflicted by conscience, you don't even have to kill your target. You can send the evidence to the police anonymously and sit back. But people don't play Call of Duty to learn about World War II, and they don't play Dexter to call the police. To tell you the truth, I've never tried that option simply because the ritual of setting up the kill room pleases my inner psycho, and the build-up makes it all the more intoxicating. If there is one complaint I have about this game, it's that, like Dexter's victims, it comes in pieces. You can finish the first part in the afternoon over a cup of tea and some waffles. You kill 2 guys, and then after some talking, that's it. You can't be certain there ever will be a part 2 or 3. The least they could do is give us some closure. If you know the first season inside out and back to front and can recite it all in Swahili, or you've at least read the books, there's no real surprises to the story, but the game still makes itself fun. There are so many aspects to try, clue hunting, mini-games, dialogue, stealth, that it doesn't get tedious, and there's more to do if you want to drag it out a little bit more into tea time. Just as the character of Dexter appeals to our moral dark side, this game allows us to fulfill that fantasy that would otherwise be suppressed under normal circumstances. On retrospect, I think I'm showing myself in a bad light because first I looked at Jack the Ripper and now it's Dexter. I think it reflects poorly on me as a person. Or perhaps I'm just drawn towards the macabre while I secretly harbour an intense desire to release my own dark passenger that's festering inside me and telling me to kill whoever rubs me the wrong way. Funny thing is, I'm a passive-aggressive and no one rubs me the wrong way. I'd rather emotionally break someone with the potency of words rather than letting them off easy by using a bone saw to hack their limbs off while they're still breathing and then dispose of their parts in biodegradable plastic bags. Sorry, where was I going with this? Oh, the game, right. Dexter the game still gives us a nice dark fantasy to contemplate, and because it's a convenient carrying size, you can contemplate all you like while you're waiting for your weekly psychiatric assessment, planning to gnaw your way out of a straitjacket, or watching your kids break every valuable heirloom in the house with their vortex. Perhaps if the game was a little longer, we wouldn't feel tempted to end it in our own little way.